Hey, I'm Dr. Kate Walker, and welcome to Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses. Also, the Practice Grant Giveaway 2024 finalist, Sari Dangler. And this is super cool because this whole series we're doing is Share the Love. So, learning how to promote our colleagues, learning how to connect our colleagues with ideal clients, ideal supervisees, learning how to review our colleagues and just make sure we're all promoting each other because we're solving the problem of filling the gaps in access to care everywhere. So I'm super excited to interview Sari today, and shout out to myself. She took my course. She took the 40-hour training to become a supervisor in Texas with Kate Walker Training. So I was so excited to see your name pop up on our random number generator, and I'm so glad you're here. So tell us a little about you and about your business.
Thank you, Kate, so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. So, yeah, I was as surprised as you were, but I'm glad to connect. I can say that I've seen you before, and it's awesome. So, I have really enjoyed creating these connections within the last year when I've grown my business. So, I'm a licensed professional counselor supervisor now, and I also used to be a school psychologist. And I have been in the field for over 15 years as a solo practitioner. But really, last May, I started growing my business that you Kate call, I think, split small practice. So
Yeah.
I do sublease office space. So that's been kind of like my passion for the year. And so I myself had focused on psychological assessments, and I have lots of ideas in that area too, where I want to go. Now that I'm a supervisor, I can do all kinds of things.
Absolutely. Excellent. All right, I'm going to go to my list of questions here. Where are you located and how can listeners refer clients to you? Talk us through that.
So our practice is in Frisco. I don't know if some of the listeners might not know Frisco too well. It's in West Frisco area. We have
That's
now,
north of Dallas, right?
yes, that's north of Dallas, south of Prosper, next to the Colony. Uh, I guess that's kind of like the area.
Mhm.
There's eight practitioners of us right now. Like I said, I sublease office space, and I have very blessed to have all these amazing people to join me while they are growing their own practice. They're still happy to be there and part of Positive Path. And really, you can find me from my website. So it's just positivepath.us. You can call me 469-207-3935. And really, on my website, I have all my contact information, and I am pretty compulsive with my emails, my text messages, and all that. So I usually get back pretty quickly.
Okay, and it's positivepath.us. Is that what you said?
Yes,
Okay.
unfortunately, the comma's gone. There's no
That's
com
so
ending, so I
funny.
had to I had to do yes.
Great. I love the name of your practice. And so people can go to your website and then find the email or click the contact, and they can, if they're a potential client, that will take them to a form they fill out, or that it's an email they have to complete, or what does that look like? I want to make it as easy as possible for folks to connect with you if they're looking for counseling services from one of your folks.
Of course, yes, that's what I do. So we have a 15-minute free consultation that I offer, and I believe that all my counselors offer that too. But I usually try to make sure I'll find the best match for whoever it is. And if not in our house, I know lots of people, and I've been networking this past year and created awesome connections and relationships with other clients because we cannot take care of everyone. That's just kind of, we have to know our limits and boundaries. So I will work hard to find whoever that is, if not from our counselors and someone else in the community.
Awesome. So you have a way for them to book the consultation, and you have a good referral list to make sure folks can find and connect with who they need. What about
Yes, ma'am.
supervisees? I'm sorry. Keep going. I interrupted you.
Oh, that's all right. Sometimes I talk too much. So I actually host our monthly networking event as well. So I don't know, I've always been all over the place. So I love doing all kind of things. And one of the things that I love my own business is that I can do now all these things that I didn't have time to do when I was working full time in school. So yes, I have a great resource for that. Supervisees, I just got my license in October, which was actually approved in a day. I was really impressed with the
One
board by that
day.
too. Yes, I actually had to be at the TCA conference that we met the first time in person. they were actually there and had a table, and I had to kind of give them high five for that. So I think that was really awesome. But um, so yes, so I'm taking in supervisors. I'm kind of starting it slow. So just to kind of make sure that I have time and commitment to do that and guide them through their journey too.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to pause just. Okay, so we've got a way for potential clients to connect. You've got a way for supervisees. I want to know, what do you love about your business? And not just being a therapist, but practicing. I mean, you've got this strip mall model, so you sublease spaces to fully licensed folks and to LPC associates. So what do you love about running this business?
Um, so, like I said earlier, I worked as a school psychologist for 12 years, and in the beginning, I was really passionate about that, and really wanted to work at schools with kids, and then you're beat in the head with kind of huge caseloads, and maybe not that much, as much support as we really need. So, when I'm now in my own practice, I can actually um, do what I really love and I'm passionate about. So when I was in schools, I couldn't go to networking events. I couldn't, create these relationships that really in our field are important, whether it's in counseling, that relationship, or relationships just with other professionals. And so that's been one thing that I've been really loving to create. And just with a short time period that I've had, I've been able to create lots of good connections with people who are supportive and show up and also support our business. And then I also can kind of structure my days however I want to. Like today, you can see I'm working from home. So today is let's work on paperwork. Or I actually have been planning on updating my consent paperwork and practice policies and things like that. Make that a little bit easier to navigate and make sure that I have everything that I need. Um, so that's really what I love. I love, and I have always these ideas in my head what I want to do. So now that I've been doing psychological assessments for 15 years, and I cannot see myself not doing psychological assessments. So that's something that I've been picking up and doing in my practice. But now that I'm a supervisor, that's gonna open totally different avenues. And I actually am planning to put up some workshops where I'm going to teach other master's level professionals how to do assessment. So I think networking events, these workshops and all that are kind of like my way of giving back to the community and helping others to grow their business. I really love supporting small businesses, and I really, love helping people create connections and relationships and make sure that really our people in our community gets the care they really need.
So you were able to kind of turn the volume down on your caseload,
Mhm.
which opened up a lot of freedom to do the things you love and networking, giving back. And this sounds like a really cool niche that you're able to, and I'm gonna extend this a little bit. I don't know if I heard you say this, but this is something like an LPC associate who's maybe interested in the psychological assessments or being able to even promote that as part of their own business. This is something you might be open to training them or specializing in if they came to you for supervision?
Yes, I am looking to supervise LPC associates who want to learn how to do assessments. That's going to be a very hands-on involved process. We are going to learn to do IQ tests. We are going to look at rating scales. So, and also to have the opportunity to complete those assessments in my practice or part of my practice so that they gain the experience with that. And so that's one of the things that I'm planning for sure. And then also other master's level practitioners just open those workshops to whoever wants to. I know that there are other ones that LPC associates who can do assessments too in our field who are master's level professionals. And there is such a great need in that area. There's not enough people to complete them. The lines are long, at least here in our area. So the more the merrier, I think.
That's huge. I mean, I know a lot of our listeners' ears perked up because I see that a lot in the social media threads. Can LPCs not diagnose, but do psychological assessments and all? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can. You just need proper training and supervision. And for you to provide that, that's incredible. And so I'm gonna, if you're listening, keep listening because we're gonna talk about again how to contact Sari and hopefully attend one of these networking events or trainings that you're gonna offer. So very cool. Um, Okay, so this is the part, where do you struggle in your business? What do you find yourself as a business owner maybe needing some help with?
It is funny that you asked that because when we go to school for counseling, no one tells us about business, right? That's something we kind of have to learn as we go. And I have to say that I've learned a lot. I made mistakes, and so really when I established um, my practice and I decided to sublease space, I didn't really want to manage people. But when you have your own, business, you do manage people. And so that's been something that I've been kind of struggling and growing and learning. I really want to have a practice where we have open communication. I want to hear the good and bad. I want you to be able to come to me and tell me what's going on. And so I think that's one of the things. Getting supervising started. That's been another. I don't think I've really put as much energy into it that I maybe should have. So kind of finding the avenues how to market myself and put myself out there so that people can find me. That's another thing. And I think the third one is I'm still looking couple of supervising. I'm sorry. I'm still looking for a couple of people to add to my practice who would love to sublease an office space and kind of are more team oriented, want to have people around there. We have team meetings whenever we have time. Sometimes that hasn't been great success because people are busy, and that's good because I love that. I love seeing my office being busy and people coming in and out because I know that we're helping our community.
So you don't want just anybody, you want people who are team minded and who realize the benefit of networking and working together and creating that synergy.
Yes, for sure. I was a solo practitioner for I don't even know 13, 14 years. I worked in a similar setting with my great mentor, Kimberly Hadley, so where I started my own business. And I loved it because you have your own freedom to grow your own business and kind of do counseling whenever you feel fits you, whether it's evenings, weekends, or during the day. So I kind of like derail from here. So I'm like, sometimes I go like, wow, look, there's a girl.
Uh-huh.
Um, what was your question again?
Well, we're talking about, where you struggle and where you might
Yes.
need help. So, I guess what I hear you saying is, when you add people, you must manage people
Mm-hmm.
and you want to hear the good and the bad, but to create an avenue where that's a safe space, you do have to have that team mentality to know that we are all in this together, not just, okay, this is the place where I do therapy, then I go do whatever, right? You really do want
Yes.
people to be for each other's benefit.
Yes, exactly. So I refer clients to my girls all the time because, like I said, and like you kind of mentioned that Kate too, I'm more focused on the psychological assessments, although I do have a caseload of counseling clients too. And so I want us to get to know each other because it is really a fact that if you don't know the person, you're not really comfortable referring to them. So I know I might know everyone who I kind of um, have joined my practice, but not they don't know each other. And I feel that sometimes we kind of I don't know, kind of get lost in that. We're busy, and don't take me wrong. If you have little kids and family, that's awesome. That is so important time in your life. My kids are grown. I guess that's another thing that I have time to put into this. But I feel that we quite often lose that focus and how important it is to network and create relationships and get to know each other. And I guess that was my point earlier that I was saying I was solo practitioner for a long time, and it gets lonely out there. So one of the reasons why I created my space is to have people to join us and have that someone to collaborate and maybe consult, or if they have a client who's asking um, something that they can't do, it's not their specialty or in their training, then we have someone else maybe in the practice that we can refer to and that we would refer in the house. But like I said earlier, we can't do everything. We need to know our boundaries, and we need to know what we are trained and experienced to do. And sometimes we do have to refer out in the community too, and that's where this networking comes. So I think that that's a thing that not all practitioners know, and especially if you're young and if you're starting your career. So
And that's a theme. It's funny because in this series, you're the second interview that I've done. And the previous one mentioned that as well, the importance of networking. And maybe we don't realize that early in our career. but it is so important. And that's, part of the mission of Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses. It's just this, okay, we're better together. And
Yes,
there's enough to go around. So
yes,
I love that.
yes, for sure. Especially in this area where I'm at, um, we have lots of counselors, so you have always a choice. And so I'm pretty sure people who know someone, they rather refer to that person than someone you don't know at all. So that's again where this, I went to networking events myself and I still go. That's my way of supporting other business owners in their, endeavors and how they want to grow their business. So I show up. That's what I think. Showing up is very important to other people and supporting them. So, but that's where that came from. I'd like to do that. I'd love to do this myself. I want to curate our own networking event. So we have that every third Friday. It's at Tua Trattoria. It's a restaurant. And so from 11 to 1 p.m. So it's open to everyone. It's a free event. And really the purpose of that networking is to meet other professionals. It's not only counselors. We have lots of times treatment facilities, outreach managers come to tell us. We have sponsors every month. This month we have Jane Hamilton from the Maple, so she's going to tell us about her program. So the sponsors come in there and introduce us to the programs that we also sometimes have to do. We have to be knowledgeable of because we have to refer to higher level of care. And so I don't know, it's just kind of a way for people to know about the programs and also meet other professionals. And there's also psychohypnotist practitioners, there's psychiatrists, there's occupational therapists, sometimes speech and language therapists, because we need all that to take care of our people in our community. So
That's fantastic. I mean, that's a huge thing to build, and it sounds like you've done a great job. All right, I want you to talk about your side hustles now. And we talked about this before we hit the record button, right? What do you want to talk about that you can promote to our listeners and folks who I know that you have piqued their interest with the psychological assessments. How can they consult with you? How can they connect with you?
So I'm definitely open into consulting. That is something that has been on my mind to focus on and work on this year, just other practitioners. I am putting up workshops that's in the works for master's level practitioners to learn how to do assessments.
So
So
how
we
can
will
people
build.
find out I'm sorry, how can they find out? Do you have a newsletter that's going to go out or do you put it on social media? How can people connect and know about those workshops?
That is a good question. I actually do send a newsletter. That's another thing that I do with things
Yeah.
that I do. I love doing all kind of things, being all over the place. But yes, I send a newsletter every at least 2 times a month, and whatever is going on in our practice is going to be on the newsletter. Whether it has to do with someone in my practice doing, we're planning to do maybe groups or things like that. So if you sign up, you can sign up for our newsletter on our website. So it's again positivepath.us, and I think it's on every page. You can sign it up and be on the know. I always put the networking events in there, whatever is going on. So that really is the best way to know what's going on in Positive Path.
Okay, and while you were talking, I was actually getting on your website. So I'm going to make you get specific here. Tell me exactly what I need to do
Yeah,
okay, I
it
see
goes
how to schedule
bottom
a
of the page.
presentation.
Yeah, if you go, I think it's in bottom of every page. If you go there, sign up for our newsletter, and then there's a button that you click.
Mhm. Got you. You make this so easy. You make
I
this.
don't know. I'm pretty compulsive with my website, which I also manage. So actually, I have two of them because all of us have our personal websites, and then we have the
Uh-huh.
group website where all our girls are. So for now, I'm also managing that. But one thing, Kate, you could help me with is if you somehow make it so that there would be more hours in a day. Because
Yeah, well, no, not yet. I'm working on that. Sorry, I will let you know when I break the space-time continuum though.
yes, I
And
would love that because I would need that for sure.
excellent. And again, And it's funny that you say that because you've done a great job here. I'm actually looking at saricounselor.com, but that is your Positive Path website as well. And I'm looking at that. I see that if I needed a 15-minute consultation as a potential client, I could submit my request. I see that I could look at your social media. I could see what insurance you're accepting. So fabulous, fabulous job on this. All right. So what are your goals for 2025? What do you see as far as growing and changing and doing all the fun things?
Yeah, I think I probably need to put like a plan on paper because my mind sometimes goes to too many places. So really my plans and my goals are to have that, get that workshop um, going and plan on that. Um, really, I'm getting a couple of supervisees. I would love to get some master's level LPC associates who would love to learn how to do assessment. I'm very excited about doing them, and I am very happy and enthusiastic and passionate about teaching you guys how to do those as well. And there's different avenues with that. So I'm thinking about this consulting world and all that. So there's all kind of ideas that I really have to kind of hone on to I don't know, I don't know, target is set. I know there's so many things that I'd love to do, but like we said earlier, there's only this many hours in a day. And I always tell my husband that I will do this thing during my free time. And he looks at me and says, what free time? You don't have free time. But I think that's one of the realities when you're a business owner, you don't really have free time. You work 24.
Doing what we love. I know I'm
That's
probably
true.
better, but I mean, we love this, right? I can tell
Yeah.
the website is a labor of love. I mean, it's obvious to me, and even the little bit we've talked and in person and just this is a labor of love for you. I mean, this is
Yep.
enjoyment. So I don't know if I'm feeding the fire, but good job well done.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Kate.
All right. So thank you. Thank you again. Tell us one more time the best way to contact you if you're a potential supervisee, if you are a potential client, or you are just somebody wanting to sign up for your newsletter to attend one of your fabulous workshops.
So the best way to contact me is to go to our website, which is positivepath.us. All my contact information is there. You can sign up for a 15-minute free consultation. You can text me. You can email me. I am very compulsive with my social media. Well, not social media. I try to stay away from that. Well, that's another avenue to, the marketing side of this, right?
Mhm.
So that's really the best way. You can call, you can email, you can text. So whatever is most convenient for you.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you again for entering the 2024 Practice Grant giveaway. Thank you for being one of our finalists and letting us dive a little deeper into your practice. And I just wish you the best of luck for 2025 and all of the clients, supervisees, networking you can handle. All right.
Thank you so much, Kate, and thank you for having me. Have a good day.
Thanks.